Okay. So how does a person get copyrights to a song, and can the lyrics to the song and the music be separate copyrights?
Okay, can the music and the lyrics be separate copyrights? Yes, they can. I feel like anytime you're dealing with music, you're dealing with intellectual property. So you got to protect yourself in the music that you create. There's ways to do that as far as getting on copyright.gov online. You got collection agencies such as ASCAP and BMI who are responsible for collecting your royalties for you when your music's played and performed in different places, because you're always supposed to get paid for your music. And
so someone like myself who might come to you already with lyrics, should I have those lyrics copywritten before we try to create the rest of the song?
Preferably, yes. You know what I'm saying? Because at any given time when you're performing it, it's an opportunity for somebody to hear it and take it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, but I'll say that for every artist, producer, anybody that wants to be involved with music, take the time to research everything. If I'm gonna be an artist and I'm serious about making a living off of that, then I'm gonna know how to protect myself. I'm gonna know what it takes to be an artist. I'm gonna know what is entitled and all the things that I need around me to be successful. So,
about how expensive is it to get a copyright?
To get a copyright, I'm not sure exactly how much it costs, but I'm sure it's a fee, a registration fee.
Do you know how long it takes? If you do it, it's something you can do online,
probably
right?
5 to 10 business days.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For them to go in and check and make sure that it's you're not copyrighting something that's already being copyrighted.
Okay. So do you know if you can copyright multiple songs during one process?
I know you can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now what genre of music and artists do you have experience working with?
Majority of the people I work with are hip hop and R&B artists. I had a chance to work with people who you would consider pop artists, reggae, different type of genres, but it always centers around just getting a good performance on the microphone, whether they're singing, rapping, or anything. So just try to bring the best out of it.
All right. What do you prefer?
What do I prefer?
What are you most comfortable with, I should ask?
I would say I'm most comfortable recording rap artists. I tend to give them great direction and coaching while they're in the booth, and try to just capture the best performance I can get out of them. But
I'm gonna have to do
I like to work on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's fun and it challenges me when I do stuff that I don't normally get a chance to do.
Okay, very good. Okay, it seemed like I had another question that's not on my paper drifting around in my head about the genre of music. Oh, I wanted to ask, have you worked with any local artists?
All the time,
yes. That well, I don't know a whole bunch of them, but have you worked with any gospel rappers?
Have I worked with any gospel rappers?
I know
I believe I have. It's just hard for me to think of them at the moment. I really have.
I know one I would really love to meet. His name is D1. Oh my goodness, I am a fan of D1.
I heard good things.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to meet him. So if anybody out there has a hookup, hey, I would love to meet him. I think I'm gonna meet him one day for real. And I really like Lecrae, but it's not about me. Let me get on to my next question. I'm going off the subject. Okay, what are your expectations? I tell people what you expect of them if they want to work with you.
I mean, a lot of times it's based on what you're trying to do, because sometimes you got artists that's just starting off who don't know what to expect, and they're looking for someone to show them, give them some guidance and direction and help them find their sound. So,
well, let's talk about
the people who got it. I prefer you to have somewhat of what you're going to do already together. You know what I mean? Because when you know what you want, I can really dive in and help you get that product. So
a little bit more detail. How much do you charge per hour?
Okay, so it's $60 an hour to record her, 400 recording. It's a 2-hour minimum, so basically the 2 hours is the minimum amount that you can get here. Once you go past 4 hours, we can add a percentage of a discount on there, so it's $220 for a 4-hour block versus it being $250. You know what I mean? Mixing and mastering is a separate fee, but there's also deals involved, and we try to negotiate and get everybody accommodated here. So
when you say mixing and mastering, does the person have to be here when you're doing the mixing?
They don't have to be here. It's basically up to the engineer. I prefer the artist to be here so that when I make drastic changes that can affect the overall sound of the song, I got their approval right then and there. They can tell me how I like that versus me sending them the record back through email and they check it out. And it takes all that time for them to check it out and send it back. I might not be here. When they do send it back, so it's a lot easier to work with them right here in studio.
Okay. On average, about how long I know different songs, it depends on, maybe people too, because sometimes people can be difficult or very picky, but about, approximately how long does it take to create a song from start to finish supposing that a person has the lyrics to their song and an idea of what they want.
Okay. If they already have their beat, the instrumental that they want to use, and they got their lyrics down, I say on average 2 to 3 hours to record it and get it to the point where we like, all right, we like this. We're gonna go with what we got right here.
Okay.
And then mixing and mastering is another story. It depends on the complexity of the song you're working on. And honestly, I'm the type of guy I like to stand behind my services. So I'm not gonna tell you it's done until I really feel like it's something I can stand behind, because I want my product to speak for itself, and I want it to help me bring more business to me, and hopefully get the artists where they need to be as well. So it's just based on how I feel about where the final product is.
Okay. And mentally, what type of attitude should a person come into the studio with? I know if they're going to be the one doing the singing and the rapping, they need to be prepared to work hard and to be focused.
So it's definitely a balance. Music can be a very fun environment to work in, and of course it can become a party, so you want to balance it out, and you want it to be about work, but you still want it to be fun as well. So with that being said, I like the people to come in, and when I throw them in the booth, I tell them to get loose and get loud. Just start spitting it out. You want to get, you can start here and then bring yourself down to here, but it's hard to kind of like work your way up. So I like them to just let it all out at first, and we just wind in and focus.
I remember one time you told me it's just not about going in there and singing. You have to be, it's really about repetition. You want to make sure that they get that sound right.
That we want.
Right. So you might have to sing the same line over and over and over until it comes out right.
Yeah, and I love when artists do that, and they're not afraid to, in between takes, just start repeating it and lock in on exactly what they're trying to say and how they want it to sound. Because that's when the next take you're gonna get that money take. You know what I'm saying? So. All
right. So how long let me ask you. How long have you been producing music, and what led you to know that you wanted to produce music? Is it something that you just tinkered around with when you were younger, or you just loved music so much? How did you get into producing?
Well, I've always loved music. I love playing instruments coming up. I started off playing the recorder. I played the violin for close to 5 years.
Really?
And then I took band class trying to get an easy grade, and then learning a lot on the percussion side of music.
That's funny.
But I started off an artist at a very young age. By the time I was 11, I was interested in recording myself.
Okay.
And so me and my brothers and all my friends in the neighborhood, we would record on cassette tapes, on karaoke machines. When I was about 11 years old, I made my first beat. And I fell in love with producing music and making beats. And then it's just the idea of I created that, and I'm listening to it, and I can show them, and they can ride around and listen to it too. I just fell in love with the whole concept. So.
Yeah, I work at the all boys school, and I actually would love for you to come and talk to
I would love to.
the class where they practice chorus, they practice making beats sometimes. I told the teacher about it. So I hope that you would be able to come out to do that. And I would like to know, what advice would you give to the younger generation, or to someone just stepping fresh out of the gate who wants to produce or even just get into the music industry?
I would say dive right in. You ain't got no time to waste. I'm blessed to have started to work in my field at such a young age, but I won't say that I, as driven as I am now, I didn't really take it as serious. I started charging for my services. I felt like I could charge for my service until probably the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but start off learning whatever it is you want to learn. I don't want to put nobody in no box, because you can do many things. I can produce and start my own business and be an entrepreneur as well. But I feel like it's about being practical too. So if you're gonna be practical about it, and you want to really consider something as something that you want to do professionally as an everyday living, and take the time to really see what it's gonna take, and know that it ain't gonna happen overnight. My first beat probably wasn't a work of art, so my first recording, however. So just keep at it and stick to it, and if you do it long enough, man, you can find some success in anything you want to do.
Okay, so how disciplined does a person have to be with their time and with their money, and what type of characteristics should they come to you with in the studio?
Okay.
When I say characteristics, I'm just talking about mindset coming to the studio. I know you said that you like for it to be fun also.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I know they have to be disciplined.
Yeah, you still got to be mindful of the time that you're spending in there. You know what I'm saying? And be able to put it together, make a practical, creative process to whatever it is you're trying to create in the studio. But as far as characteristics, I like people to be open. I like to leave ego at the door, because I can kind of be that guy for you. I'll be that ear that you trust. But if your ego's in the way, because I might stop you in the middle of your take and be like, man, you can do it better. You can take that one or two ways. You can be like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with what I did? I like how I do it. Like, you can try my way and see what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And, you know.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much
No
for
problem.
allowing me to interview
I
you.
appreciate it.
I
It's
want to
fun.
thank you. Thank you. It's helping me to be more experienced in interviewing, and I'm sure it helps you also. I'm getting tangled up in my words there. So I would love for you to tell people if they would like to make an appointment with you, what they would need to do, and what they should, just a reminder of what they should have before they step into the studio so it doesn't waste their money and your time.
Right. All right, so there's two ways to get in touch with me, someone at the studio. One is to contact the 400 Recording Hotline or the website, and I believe you can go to 400recording.com and you can book a session in. I'll get in contact with somebody to learn more information. You can contact me directly via inbox. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm Slim_Doja, DOJA34 on Instagram, and I'm just plain on Slim Doja on Facebook. So you can get at me and contact me directly, ask me anything. You never bother me, you know what I'm saying? So, and I can come down and give you a walkthrough, you know what I mean? We can schedule it, show you the studio, check out some of your music and see what's going on.
All right, so you heard it from here. Thank you so much once again.
Thank
And
you.
even though he has a lot of experience working with mostly rap artists, he is open to working with anyone. So if you want to do gospel rap or gospel music or whatever genre of music, he's open to doing that. And so I just want to thank you one more time.
No problem.
And
I appreciate you having me.
You're welcome.
All right.
And so I look forward to, I call him Mr. Producer. That's my name. So what would you like to be called?
You can call me Doja. That's what everybody's calling me
Okay.
these days. So.
Doja, but I call him Mr. AKA Mr. Producer. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I hope that you found inspiration and call and make an appointment.